Thank you all so much. Thank you. First of all, before I start anything here, coffee from Aliyah, thank you so much. And you might be wondering why I am here. I'll tell you, stick around. Anyways, welcome to the Engine Care Experience brought to you by the guys at TotalEnergies. Now, this is the show that takes you on how you can keep your engine younger for longer. First of all, here you go, Schullzz.
Thank you, Temisan.
You're welcome. Now, my name is Temisan Okomi, and each show will cover the essential things you need to know for maintaining engine performance and the importance of using premium engine oil products. Now, my co-host, you already met Schullzz, and Daye. If you're brand new to this, you'll meet Daye pretty soon. If you're old to this, you probably know us already. Now, we have a special guest from TotalEnergies with us. He's been here before, and we love him. We love him. More of that in a bit.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. My name is Schullzz. In this episode, we will be discussing probably the most complicated components of a car, the transmission system and transmission oil, otherwise known as gear and gear fluid. Daye, of course, you've heard so much about him, is here to tell us why the transmission system is so complicated, be it manual, automatic, Tiptronic CVT, that you can drive your car as an automatic and switch to manual if you want, first seen in the Porsche 911, and how the transmission fluid plays a very key part in a vehicle. Daye?
The transmission system is complicated, but I'll do my best to try and simplify things and explain it for us to understand, and how the transmission fluid also plays a key role in the vehicle. But first, my name is Uruwari Daye. I am an expert in all things car maintenance and performance. I am head technician at JD Autos, and I hold a BSc in petroleum and gas engineering. I'm here to explain how transmission fluid plays a key role in the transmission system.
Right, so there it is. So now you know what we're talking about on this show. Transmissions, transmission, and everything in between. Now, because of that, we brought in our special guest from TotalEnergies. And his name is Ken Oseghale. He's been here before. He's a brilliant person. He's a Lubricant Support Manager at TotalEnergies. He has loads of experience in everything lubricants, over 15 years hands-on experience as well. As we normally do on this show, a warm engine care experience for Ken. Right, Ken, at this rate, Ken, you have your job over there, you have a job here, because, I mean, come on. Again, welcome to the show. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
It's nice to have you.
Yeah, so the thing about transmission is, I mean, the layman, and I'm sure I'm a layman, we know manual transmission, automatic transmission. Let me start with Daye, if I come to you, Ken. Daye, then what is Tiptronic transmission? What in the world? What in the world is Tiptronic?
It sounds like the name of a group.
Yeah.
Tiptronic.
What was that? Mantronic.
Technotronic.
Technotronic. There you go.
Yeah,
That's what we know.
This is not the name of the group.
But what is Tiptronic?
So modern day technology has been able to let transmission, before you had the manual transmission, the basic, you clutch down, gear 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Then we switched to automatic, where you just put your car on drive, one leg.
Just go.
Yeah, the pedal, the brakes. Then in sports cars, it has now advanced to where you can now choose between driving your manual and automatic in one car.
Get out of town. Get out of town. And Ken, let me come to you now. CVT. So if Tiptronic is a bit simple to understand, you can switch between manual and auto in the same car. What is CVT?
Thank you for that question.
But that shift is like that.
Let me kill him.
Just allow me to explain what a transmission system is.
Brilliant.
The engine is like the heart of the vehicle or the equipment you want to use it to produce motion. So the engine itself cannot bring about the drive, but you need to transmit the power created in the engine to the wheels to make the motion happen. So that is what transmission system does. And the transmission system does not work on its own. You need a fluid to make it run smoothly and efficiently. The type of fluid you have in a transmission system is like a very intelligent fluid because it acts like a sensor, determining what is coming from the engine and where to send it to be sufficient for you to gain traction for movement. So this is why transmission fluids are seen to be very complicated.
All right, so now let's enter the cocoa of this
the
matter.
matter.
Because don't forget, this show is usually about lubricants. Because without lubricants, your car engine basically will fall apart. And that's why we got Ken from TotalEnergies here. And look, it boggles the mind. I've always assumed, when I hear TotalEnergies, to be honest, engine oil. This series has opened my eyes to the fact that TotalEnergies does.
And mine too.
And I'm sure just about everybody. All kinds of lubricants. And now let's talk about transmission oil. Because I see you've got several kinds of them. Do you guys produce engine oils for transmission oils for all kinds of transmission systems?
Yes, we produce all kinds of oil for different kinds of transmission systems. For like what we have previously said, there are different types of transmission systems.
Right.
You have the manual transmission systems and the automatic transmission systems. Yes, it's true that for automotive application, the manual transmission systems are dwindling and running out, yet you still have some that are available.
And you guys still cater for those very few people?
Yes,
right.
Exactly. So for manual transmission systems, you find them both in light, medium, and heavy-duty applications. So there are manual gear oils, because such transmission oils, they usually have gear system in them. So you have oils catering for the various ranges required for these different categories of duty application. So for the manual transmission oil, we have for TotalEnergies range, we have Transtech 4 for the light and medium duty.
You better show, because I can see it, but I don't think anybody sees it. Yeah, so what was that? The Transtech
4.
Yeah, okay.
Transtech 4.
So what transmission system will typically use this one?
This is basically for manual transmission system involving gears.
So the car must have a clutch?
Yes.
And gears.
Yes.
Can you find this in the owner manual for the specification for the car?
Yes, of course. Every car recommends the kind of oils to be used in them. In the manual, you will see the description for whatever viscosity grade should be used.
Right.
And the gear level that should be applied. What we call gear level in this case is like what the engine oil was SLCF talking about.
Yes.
For manual transmission gears, you have only two remaining popular grades, the GL4 and the GL5. In the past, there used to be GL0, GL1, 2, 3, but those have been phased out because the duties requiring those applications, they can now be easily managed by basic engine oils.
Right.
So to gain advantages of the transmission system, these oils are what you have popular for those that are currently being managed within this specification system. So what you will see, API GL4 or API GL5. And when you, this is basically for gear system. For systems that have ASUS.
Pause over there. So can this be used for any gear system? So say somebody comes in with a 504, Peugeot 504, that is manual. Another person comes in with a Passat, that is manual. Can we use the same Transtech 4?
Yeah, thank you for mentioning those OEMs. Peugeot is an OEM, original equipment manufacturer. Then the other example you gave is similar. If their specification falls within this, we can use them.
Right.
But you cannot use this oil for all gear systems.
Right.
In engineering, you have different types of gears. You have bevel gears, which is shaped differently from what you have in this kind of application. So you need oils that will meet the type of gears in that system.
Right, so that's understandable. I mean, the good thing about him is when it comes and he breaks it down.
I don't want to use the word overload. My head is loaded with.
Yeah.
I feel like I can just go out there and tell people, this is what's going on.
Absolutely.
This is what's up, yeah. Bite-sized
info for you, bite-sized. Well, that's what it is. Now, the next one, are we still talking Transtech 4? Because this is for the manual, I believe.
Yes, it's manual. Let me talk a bit more about it. You can see here you have 85W90 and 85W140.
140, there you go.
So even though they are the same gear level specification, there is a difference between them. Remember I talked about light duty, medium duty, and heavy duty. So in the gearing system, you have light and medium, which this will fit perfectly into. But when it goes heavier, you need oil with a higher viscosity. That's where you need 85W.
Okay, up top of your head, which car will need that one?
I was just
top of your
coming to
head.
that. Yes.
You can the lorries
There you
and
go.
the other big commercial heavy duty
And
vehicles.
this one maybe a commercial,
Yes.
small saloon and SUVs.
Yes, and
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Like, okay, your car is not manual. Sorry now. Sorry.
And another
Sorry
key
now,
thing to
sorry,
also
sorry.
keep into consideration is your fluid level. Some people just might go buy this keg and dump it in their car, believing that that's what it requires. So your car should have a dipstick where you can
Right.
gauge, or if it doesn't have, you have to know the specification, the level that the car requires. If not, overfilling it is a problem. Underfilling it is a problem.
What happens when you overfill?
So you have excess bypass pressure, where the transmission the oil is not able to move.
Right.
It's not able to move freely. There's so much oil inside, it's just going to get stuck after a while. And if it's not up to the level, this is also meant to build hydraulic pressure. That's the transmission fluid. It builds hydraulic pressure. If it's too little, there won't be enough pressure to move the car.
There you go.
another manual transmission oil you can find is the one that is a bit different from this for axles. Axles are really more complicated system other than the gear system. So it's an addition to it for that.
Sorry.
That's
now
separate
you're
from
losing,
yes.
now you're losing me.
He's losing me. I'm lost. So let's yeah.
So for
Axles, are they still part of the transmission system?
yes, they are part of it.
Yeah.
It is.
So some cars have axles.
Yes.
Some don't.
Don't have, yes.
Right, but the axle is part of the transmission system.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
When you say axle, for those.
Yeah, what is the axle?
What is? I mean,
it's an additional component to have a better result in the transmission system, other than what the gearing system will give you.
Right.
It's a matter of transmitting power for motion. So you have to bring in the effect of balance, smoothening. So
Give me
that
an example.
vehicles-
Give me an example of, I mean, I'm a car manufacturer, obviously not.
but he knows.
Yeah,
plenty.
but you know, my goodness, do you know?
Between the two of them, they know everything.
So give me an example. Say, give me a car that you think will have an axle in it.
When it goes to the level of heavy duty,
Oh,
you
hey,
need-
now you're talking.
you
Nah, that makes
Why did
sense.
you just
You
say
need
that
an
from the
axle.
beginning
If
now?
I talk and now.
for,
Ken,
for
we are
the
now
purpose
here.
of smoothening,
Okay.
because you have heavy loads and heavy pressure
Right.
coming from the transmission. So
Fantastic.
you need to smoothen out this.
So all of those big trucks you see on our roads, on our major
They
highways.
have
yes.
They have axles
They
as
have
well.
axles.
And a couple of SUVs as well.
And SUVs.
Oh, SUVs have axles
yes.
as well? Really?
Yes.
Why would an
SUVs have
SUV need it though? Let me ask Daye, why would an SUV need it?
An SUV will need it for the reason that most of them are four-wheel drive.
Oh, there. Gotcha.
Now,
Gotcha.
Now you have always transmitting that power from the engine, unlike when you have the front wheel or the rear wheel drive.
Okay, because we're fast running out of time. We've just only talked about manual. My God. So in other
There's
words,
so much.
we can have a series of shows on only transmission.
And take it like one. But
One,
like
yeah.
we've been there.
Do you have anything that for manual, for auto? Just before we go.
Okay, the second category of types of transmission is the automatic transmission fluids,
Right.
and we also have different
Show it to the people.
different.
So let me continue.
Yeah. So this is the total
It's very clear.
fluidmatic.
Yeah.
Yep. So automatic transmission fluid.
Yes. So for automatic transmission fluid, that comes with what we call torque converter.
Right.
So it's like a transducer in a remote system electronically. So it senses what is happening and interprets it for motion to be executed,
Hey.
and changes it based on the loading of that motoring system.
So basically, in the manual transmission system, it's manual.
you have to manually
You have to shift it.
But this one will just coast along
this one
nicely.
senses that there is need
for you to move.
for you to change
Oh, brilliant.
what is operating. So the oil has to be intelligent enough to interpret and give that expected
Can you
result.
imagine, Temisan, we're using oil and intelligence.
In other words, the total fluidmatic is probably more intelligent than
What
you.
does this?
I don't know book reach that level.
What's that? DM something?
D-I-I-M-V?
D3MV.
Oh, D3. Yeah.
Yes.
D3M.
Because the meaning of it is you classify transmission, automatic transmission oils by a different specification from what we have seen in engine oil and manual transmission fluid.
Ken, hold it right there because we're out of time. We're out of time. Seriously. One of these days, we have to do a show on just.
We need workshops, seminar,
Good Lord, man.
There's a
Do you
lot.
guys sleep at TotalEnergies?
I don't think so.
Good Lord. Anyways, in the end, what's so complicated about applying the best transmission oil to your transmission systems? I mean, you might not know about Tiptronic, CVT, auto, manual, but you do know that you need premium transmission fluid and oils for your vehicle. So that's what that matters. Thank you very much to our special guest, Ken Oseghale. Give him a big hand. So welcome to Ken Oseghale from TotalEnergies Lubricants. Now to learn more about which transmission oil best suits your vehicle, visit the TotalEnergies website and also hit us up on the TotalEnergies social media channels below. There you go. Details are in the comment section as we normally do. Now again, we would like your feedback as well. We like it when you comment on these things. Now my name is Temisan. Her name is Schullzz. This is Daye, and of course Ken, our special guest.
Next up is a competition for you. Watch this next segment of the TotalEnergies lubricant mascot, Robot Quartz, visiting different parts in Lagos. Question: can you identify where in Lagos Robot Quartz is? Bonus question: can you name 2 places Robot Quartz goes past? Submit your answers on Facebook, Instagram, or X using the hashtag #SpotRobotQuartz. See the comments section for the TotalEnergies Facebook, IG, and X handles. Good luck.